Hi, this is Antoinette and I'd like to welcome you back to my kitchen. Today we're making a really nice festive dish you might want to prepare for a special occasion. We're going to be making a stuffed beef tenderloin and also a top of the stove potato dish. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do roasted garlic. We're making enough to stuff our tenderloin, and I'm going to make extra because I'm also going to be using it. We're going to be making a real nice roasted garlic butter to toss with our potatoes. I'm just going to put the garlic, and they're already peeled. This is just the whole cloves of garlic on a nice little baking pan. And I'm going to coat them with some extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to kind of toss them around with my hand to coat. And then we're just going to put a foil, cover them with foil really tight, and put them in a preheated 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. I have here a 5-6 pound piece of beef tenderloin. You can buy this at a nice butcher shop. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the tenderloin. We're not going to cut it all the way through. We're just going to kind of open it up. We're just going to open her right up like that. Now, as with everything, we're going to season it with salt and pepper. I'm going to start, I've sauteed some spinach here that you could buy already cleaned, and I just put it in a saute pan with maybe 2 tablespoons of olive oil and some salt and pepper. I have some beautiful sun-dried tomatoes. You know, I didn't do them myself. I just bought them already sun-dried and just did a nice little chop on them. Now we're going to add some of our roasted garlic. We're also going to use it for our potato dish. So I'm going to keep some of it on the side. I'm going to just pour a little bit of that garlic oil. And I've got some pine nuts here, which I just toasted in a pan. I put them in a nice saute pan and just put them over like a medium-high heat. Only takes about 5 minutes. Just toss them around. And then I have some beautiful gorgonzola cheese here, which is like an imported Italian blue cheese. Okay, our next step is we have to truss it, so we've got to bring this together. So I just have some cotton string here. I'm just going to kind of measure out one length, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut about 6 or 8 of these to go across. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of fold the tenderloin over, kind of get all that good stuff inside. I like to put a lot of stuffing in mine, so we're going to have some of the stuffing popping out here. Okay, so now we've got it all tied up, and what we want to do is we want to season it really well. So I'm just going to take a little extra virgin olive oil in my hand, and I'm just going to kind of rub it over the meat, and then I'm just going to salt and pepper it. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in a roasting pan to brown. And we're actually going to get our roasting pan really hot, and we're going to sear the outside of the meat. And we're just going to let it brown or caramelize on 3 sides, on each side besides the open one, for about a minute each. Okay, all 3 sides of the tenderloin are nicely browned and caramelized. So we're going to put the roast into a preheated 450-degree oven. For a roast about this size, it's going to take about 30 minutes is all, because we're going to want it to be nice and medium rare. Okay, now we have our roast in the oven. It's not going to really take very long, so we're going to make a nice stovetop potato dish. And I have about 3 pounds of red potatoes, and we're just going to toss them into the boiling water. Okay, remember I said we were going to make some extra roasted garlic for our potato dish. So here's what we're going to do with it. We need about 3 to 4 tablespoons of softened butter, and then I'm going to put about 12 of these roasted garlic cloves in there. And I'm just going to process that. And what we're making actually is just a roasted garlic butter. This is what it's going to look like. It's just kind of a little buttery paste. Okay, our roast is ready. Our potatoes are almost ready. And we're going to take our roast out because it really needs to sit for about 10 minutes and rest before we slice it. Oh my God, look how beautiful that is. I'm just going to sit it on a nice serving platter. Okay, so now our potatoes are ready. I strain them through a colander. I cut them in half, That's it. How simple is that? This is our garlic butter that we made. I'm just going to put our garlic butter over the hot potatoes. And I have about 8 slices of bacon here. And then of course, as with everything else, we're going to salt and pepper it. Okay, so our potatoes are finished. We're just going to kind of bring them to the plate here. And we're going to untent our tenderloin. And it's been resting now for about 10 minutes, which is important. I'm just going to take a nice serrated knife and I'm going to cut some slices. And I just want to fan it out a little bit and show you how beautiful, what a beautiful presentation that is. I recommend a nice hearty red wine, maybe something like this Barbaresco that would really stand up to the Gorgonzola cheese and the meat itself. And this is a really, really nice dinner for somebody special. And thank you for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you again.